Hi, this is Rosie at RoseByNameCo. I wanted to say hello because most of the time, we're just doing our videos with our hands and showing you all the good stuff in our journals. But I wanted to say hello just so you can see me a little bit. There is a person, this is what I look like, and I'm a real life human being. Showing you what I love to do, which is junk journals, and I do have 3 that I will show you today. Make a separate video for each of them and post them. These are journals that are in my Etsy shop right now, so I'd appreciate it if you can take a look. And anyways, have a great day. Take care. Rosie at RoseByNameCo. This is just a little bit of what I'm looking at today out the window. It's a beautiful day here in New Brunswick. We did have a couple of days with heavy rain and winds, but that is past, and now we're having this beautiful sunshine. Hi, it's Rosie at RoseByNameCo. I wanted to show you this new journal that I have in my Etsy shop right now. These ones are a little bit different. I do have 3 of them, and they're a little bit different in a way that they're a little bit more with fabric and bohemian looking. Not completely bohemian because, well, I haven't done any so far, but it is something along that style, and I wanted to try something different. So this is what I came up with. And this one is called Ameilia. Each one is named after a lady of leisure, travel, and so on, and the things they like to do and collect. So this one is the first one. And I try to put decorations on the outside here, as well as have this beautiful vintage postcard. I will show you that more when I unwrap it. And this fabric that I have, ribbons, laces, and so on that I have lined up over here, go all the way through the whole journal, including under the postcard. However, the postcard is sewn on top, and then there's a pocket on the inside as well. Over here, I have a little charm here. It looks like a little turtle, and because I did this one mostly in the blues because she loves, Ameilia loves the Atlantic Ocean and so on. And a little bit of a tiny tassel that I did not make this, but I did add this as a charm, and a little bit of a sparkle here. And then on the bottom as well, I added some beads to go with that. And over here we have a little cluster with some sequins, and it just sparkles beautifully here at the edge. And on top here, I used this beautiful blue button to go with the blues. And over here is lace and a ribbon and so on. So it is filled with lots of interesting detail. And let me just tell you, the size is about 6 inches by 5 inches. So a handy little journal. It is still packed with goodies inside, but it is a nice size to keep in your purse if you like, or on your night table and so on. So the closure is a sari scarf ribbon, and it just is a loose ribbon. And so this is what it would look like inside. So once you open it, it does have 2 flaps that you would open each side. And then you have the middle as well. So it's almost like a little lap book. So lots of little pockets everywhere for you to stash some more of your collections into. So again, this is the way that it would go over once you're done with it. And this is the beautiful postcard of a steamship. Looks like Princess Patricia on this one, in this case. And this is one of the cruises that Ameilia has taken way back in the past. And maybe it's gone to the Mediterranean Ocean or Sea and Black Sea and so on. So in this case, this is Ameilia, and here is her title right here, her name. So this is Ameilia, and it's a journaling card. Of course, you can write on it, and a little bit of a detail here. This is the vintage postcard. It is an authentic postcard. I did not print that. And so it has a pocket right here to put some more things into. And then this is an authentic ticket, looks like. I'm not sure. Well, it's something in French over here, and then the traveler would verify. So this is some sort of a ticket that she's used somewhere on her trip. And a map that she has kept from somewhere that she has been, well, it looks like she has been to Russia and Belarus and Central Europe and so on. So here's another pocket right here where you could put a little bit more. And the beginning of the journal is over here. So on this side is a pocket, and here's Ameilia. She is a young woman who is sort of like a free in her speech and her demeanor and so on. She's just having a little fun lifting a skirt here with her husband when they were on a trip somewhere. This is an authentic photograph. And I just thought it represented the free spirit that Ameilia is. And over here is a cluster with the beautiful ribbons and textures and a little bit of a charm here as well. And inside is another pocket, and this is Ameilia when she was younger. She likes to read, and she loves to wear flowery, flowing light dresses and so on. And here's a little bit of a sample of her dress here. And then this is where she and her family would travel. That's how she got her love of traveling. Her family also traveled, and it looks like a tiny church somewhere that they visited. And this is from a vintage book page. And I just add a little bit of interest on the top there. This is tracing paper. But we have, what I did is it is coffee dyed, so it's a bit firmer, but I put it over the photograph like you would find in the old photo albums. And I just put little flowers on here. It's from a ribbon, and a little bit of a blue button to go with all the blues over here. Beautiful blues and pinks and so on. So there's about 80 pages in the journal, and each one is pretty well decorated with something. So this is again Ameilia, and she's just leisurely having some tea and reading her paper in this beautiful dress. This is a sample of this material. Not in real life, of course, but it would appear to be. And in the back here, some lines stamped, and then maybe something she likes to collect, like she loves mushrooms and plants, and so I wrote this specimen label here, and a beautiful lace flip over, and something about gardening that she might have collected. And then over here is paper clip. It has eyelash trim on it, and as well, this is somewhere where she might have traveled, and she kept a little souvenir from it, a little souvenir tag. Beautiful waters, and here's some architecture. And then this is a coin that she kept. Of course, on this one you can write on it and make a little note of some sort. So this is a coin that she is collecting from whatever country she may have visited. And over here you have a little bit of a writing spot and a little bit of more of the plants. And this is the tracing paper, and on the bottom I try to include a lot of different fabrics and laces and so on, just for samples and for texture. You can check it out as you go. And I like the tracing paper for the sounds. This is from a Victorian garden book, and this one is looks like about birdhouses. Maybe somewhere along the way she also collects that and puts it in her garden. So this is Ameilia when she's younger. This is one of those Tim Holtz portraits, Victorian garden catalog right there. So that's Ameilia, and over here she kept a piece of her mother's dress. This is how she got the love of the blues. So on this cardstock here, this is scrapbook paper, this beautiful flower. And then I added a trim over here as well. And she just loves fabric and the way it feels. And so she is collecting her mother's fabrics as well. A little bit of stamping here. So her birthday's 25th of March. And this is an authentic page from a pattern book. Over here, I added on this ledger paper, I added some authentic postage stamps. But instead of putting it on an envelope, this time I decided I would just do a little fabric sample and ribbon. So just a little bit of fabrics that you can snip off if you want, put somewhere else. And on the bottom is a writing spot. So just a little bit something different over this beautifully coffee stained ledger paper. And on the back, actually also paper clips this beautiful playing card, which happens to be about ships, maybe somewhere like Spain. Maybe once upon a time Ameilia went to Spain and she kept this little souvenir from there. This is a little bit of, it is scrapbook paper, but it's more like fabric mix, sort of, from that Indian pack that I have. Beautiful Indian handmade paper. And then I put a little bit of the ribbon that is all around here as well, on the top and on the bottom, these fringes. And over here might be a note that Ameilia has written. I didn't write this, I just found it this way. It's about a hotel in Chicago. So maybe she went to Chicago once upon a time. Over here is a little bit for, you know, when she's got a little bit time on her cruise, she might color in this coloring page, and I added a little bit on the bottom as well, a little bit of interest here. And on the back is a whole big page also for coloring. And then here I included negative. I have these negatives, and it looks like it is Ameilia, maybe back in school days, because she's holding books here. I'm not sure if you can really see, but if you take a picture of this with your phone against the computer screen on white, and then if you have a software, you know, where you show photos and you press negative on it, it will give you the positive image of that. Just a little tip, and interesting to see. This is from the pack from India as well, this beautiful blue paper. And then on the back, I put a die cut and also a little bit of a purple fabric sample. It is a sheer one that you can see through, but it has a little bit of sparkle on the top. Over here is a feather in blue and more fabric in blue, and paper that I stained in blue as well. And here's a postcard. This postcard it's interesting to me. It is a little bit bent, and it is very vintage because it looks like it has been handled a lot. But it is so cute on the front. If you want to see a little more of me, I'll take off my collar, she said. I just thought this is the playfulness that Ameilia might show. She's, you know, got a good sense of humor, and I thought it was cute, so I included that. And then over here is a map of where Ameilia might have gone to on a trip, and you can write on the back some of your own notes and a little bit of writing spot here. And so here's Ameilia. She loves to go also walking around in the woods and so on, you know, just explore and be free. And so this one has different fabrics on the bottom. Hopefully you can see them. On the bottom right here, different fabrics, a little bit of sparkly one, the blue one, and even these are two separate strips of fabric over here. And then on the top as well, we have tabs. So there's a few tabs over here as you go through the book. And there's Ameilia wearing one of her flowing, beautiful flowing dresses. And a writing spot in the back. This is a little bit decoupage of roses, and then it flips over, and a little bit of gold. I like to include the gold. I just got the gold ink, which I think I had once upon a time, but then I guess I ran out of it, and I just love to stamp everything with it right now. And over here is a little see-through pocket, and here's just some things she has collected in blue and some nature, and a little bit of a spot where you can put a tiny note on that. with eyelash trim as well, the top in blue. This is from Edith Holden because she loves nature as well, and a little bit of a paper ruffle here. And the paper ruffle also has some details on it. And beautiful blue paper for writing. And this is from Ocean Book, authentic page. And then a little journaling card. This one's in green, so there's beautiful pastel colors. And it's a ledger on the back. And this one here is from a book of pronunciation, I believe. And it gives you all the different words. So this is authentic as well. Over here, I did give you one whole page here to write on. And but it still has details here on the side. And so this is the middle of the journal, and it has little beads inside. And over here is a journaling card. This is something I printed from the Graphics Fairy, the butterflies. And then this one is authentic from one of those postcards that are attached together. You pull it apart, and then I just love the size of it, and it's beautiful, beautiful printing. So this is somewhere where she has also gone to for a visit, and she likes to spend time in the city and, you know, maybe have a coffee somewhere and so on. And all the ladies love their hats. So this is something I printed from the New York Public Library. And she loves to keep images of a hat, perhaps, that she would like to have. I'd like to see her in this one here, quite unusual. And then the one with the flowers. And this is printed on vellum paper. So it is a little bit almost like tracing paper, but vellum, a little bit lighter vellum. And then here is a very old book. I just kept the page as it was, as I pulled it out, and just put some stamps on it. This is maybe like a passport that she might have had, where she gets the names of all the countries and so on. And this is a little bit of blue and a seashell to remind her of the sea, the last time she went to the Black Sea, perhaps. And so these are all her little mementos from travels. And here's a little moon. She loves to sit outside and, you know, breathe in the fresh air at night as well in the moonlight. A little bit more detail here. And more from the pronunciation book. Ledger paper. And in the back, here's a see-through pocket, and also has another medallion or coin that she has collected. A little bit about birds. And here as well, seagulls from the sea with this beautiful blue. Just beautiful against that. And a little bit more from the Edith Holden book of nature and paper ruffle. And over here, a little bit of beads over here, if you can see them, just for a little bit extra, little pearly shine here. And this is Ameilia with a friend, and they're having a little picnic in the woods. And a little bit more detail here. A see-through pocket with a narrow tag that I like to make with fabrics and different things on it that maybe reminds Ameilia of something. A blue fabric on the top too. And over here, a little bit of sequins in the middle. And I just gave you this whole page to write on, to make lots of notes, because I do love to decorate everything pretty well. A little bit of stamping here. And here is an envelope. Here's a pocket. And this one, you can put that somewhere else, you know. If you want to glue it here, you can. These little tiny tags that come sometimes in the scrapbook paper, but we don't actually use them. So I cut them out, and just in case you would like to use them. Fabric over here in a writing spot. And this fabric has a little bit of shiny silver in it. And here's a butterfly. Now here's another fabric sample that, I don't know, maybe she paid 99 cents back in the day for something better per meter, perhaps. I don't know why I had to include like a price or something. But anyways, this is in beautiful lavender with a little bit of ribbon on top on this beautiful blue Indian paper, Indian handmade paper. And this is a little bit more from the coloring book, and a little detail over here as well with little beads on the edge. And then this pocket just has plain paper to write on. It's really smooth on one side, a little bit rough on the other side, so you can decide which side you might want. And this is just a paper tab on top. And here's another card when she went to, I don't know, maybe she went to England. And where is she situated? I believe she's from US. But she loves to travel around, and she's usually ends up in many different places throughout the year. So over here's another authentic postage stamp with a beautiful C here, and a little bit more ribbon, and coffee stain fabric, and this beautiful little bit of roses. And then underneath is a page to write on. A little bit more from the, I think this is like a stitching calendar. It has different pages, and this one had the beautiful blue on it. And this is the other side, a little bit more stamping here. The other side of her mother's dress sample. It's just, I love this feel of this. I wish I did have a dress, a nice flowing dress in this kind of material, just gorgeous. And then also this blue ribbon. Here's another journaling card here about somewhere she's been to, and this is from the Victorian garden book. And then here is Ameilia, a little bit older, and here she is, maybe with a boyfriend or a husband, and it's just a little bit more about her background there, her family, and tracing paper here with bits of fabric and paper, and a little journaling card right here in this pocket, more from a garden book, and this little tuck spot as well on this beautiful, looks like a tree here, and fabric tab on the top, so a tag, and the other side of the lace flip over, and this is also a flip over. I know it's a tip in, I call it flip over, I don't know. And then a little bit of sequins here, and the sari silk. And this one has, if you look at it closely, it has little boats, ships that are going through the sea, and then these flowers. I have this vintage fabric, and I just love it. This is a part of Ameilia's dress from the front, a little bit more detail, very beautiful. And then underneath I put different textures of a snippet. And this is on a book page, and here's a little bit more of that fabric. And here's another little cluster of different things here, and a button, and then just a little stamped, a little notebook, and a little tag inside in blue for a little bit more writing space. And then over here, and I'm using these triangular paper clips that I finally got a hold of, is a hat, and this is from authentic page from a book, and a little bit of a roses tab on top to go with the flowers here. So this is perhaps something maybe in the 1870s, it says here, style. That's something that Ameilia might have picked up or would like to pick up. So she's kept a picture of it to remind her of that. And then a little writing spot here. And in the back is a little bit of flowers. This is, looks like a postcard maybe that she's going to send to someone that she's picked up on her travels. And then this is Acapulco, Mexico. It looks like maybe she would like to go there, or she's been there. So these are her memoirs. And then this one has also a little cluster here of different textures. I love making clusters, and you just put something together like this and you put it on paper, and it's just gorgeous. And then here's one final postcard of the sea, of course, that she loves, and water over here, maybe a dam or some sort, it looks like. And here, the Atlantic Ocean. And then over here's also a little bit that she's picked up something wherever she's been. It is, I believe, in Croatian, so something in a foreign language anyhow. And so this is Amelia's journal that she likes to take with her when she's traveling and keeps all her mementos inside. The book is in my Etsy shop, as I mentioned right now, and ready for someone to pick it up and, you know, keep it in their collection. And I hope you had fun looking at the journal in this video, and have a great day. This is Rosie at RoseByNameCo. Take care. Bye-bye.